Hey everyone, ever wanted to make your drawings just pop? Look like they could jump right off the page? Well, today we're going to unlock one of the biggest secrets in art, one-point perspective. Let's get right into it. So, you've seen those drawings, right? A long, straight road that just seems to go on forever. Or a city street that feels huge, but it's on a flat piece of paper. How do they do that? Seriously, how do artists fake 3D on a 2D surface? It feels like some kind of magic trick, honestly. But today, we're pulling back the curtain. We're going to learn the secret. Okay, so to master this trick, we've got to understand the basic idea first. Let's talk about the illusion of depth. And the answer to that big question? It's a technique called one-point perspective. Basically, it's a super clever drawing method that uses a single point to trick our brains into seeing depth where there isn't any. And trust me, this is an absolutely essential skill for any artist. You know the easiest way to get this? Just imagine you're standing at the beginning of a long, straight road. You know the sides of the road are parallel, right? But they don't look that way. They look like they're getting narrower and narrower, all heading towards one tiny point way off in the distance. That, right there, that's the whole idea behind one-point perspective. Okay, so we get the general idea, but how do you actually do it? Well, it all comes down to three key ingredients.
Yeah, that's it. Just three things. Once you get these down, you can create believable depth in pretty much any drawing you can think of.
Ingredient number one, the horizon line. Just think of it as your eye level. Simple as that. It's that line where the sky meets the ground. And wherever you put it, that's the viewpoint for the person looking at your drawing. Are they looking up, down, straight ahead? The horizon line decides.
Second, and this one is a huge deal, is the vanishing point. It's literally just a single dot that you put somewhere on that horizon line we just talked about. And this little dot, it acts like a super powerful magnet. Every line that's supposed to be going away from you gets pulled right to that single spot.
And finally, our third ingredient, orthogonal lines. Okay, this is the real secret sauce. These lines are the workhorses. They're the diagonal lines that you draw from the corners of whatever you're drawing all the way to that vanishing point. These are the lines that create the 3D effect. They're what makes a flat shape suddenly look solid. All right, enough talk, right? The best way to learn this stuff is to just do it. So let's grab those three ingredients and actually draw something in 3D. And we're going to start with the absolute basic building block of, well, almost everything, the simple cube. Seriously, if you can nail this, you can draw anything. Okay, follow along. Step 1, just draw a flat square. Easy. Step 2, add your horizon line and pop a vanishing point on there. Now, here comes the magic. Step 3, draw those orthogonal lines from the corners of your square straight back to that vanishing point. See it taking shape? And for the final step, just draw the back lines to close off the shape. And bam! Just like that, your flat square is now a 3D cube. How cool is that? Feeling good? Awesome. Let's take that exact same idea and try something a little bigger. How about we draw a whole row of buildings, like a city street? Guess what? It starts the exact same way. Horizon line, vanishing point. Now, use those orthogonal lines to create the edges of a sidewalk. Then, just draw some simple rectangles for the front of the buildings. And you know what to do next, right? Pull the corners back to the vanishing point and close them off. And there you go, a street that looks like it goes on for miles. But this whole technique isn't just for cities and roads. You can use it to create the feeling of being inside a space too. Let's try drawing the interior of a room. So for a room, you actually start with the back wall. Think of it as a big rectangle, and you put the vanishing point inside it. Now, the lines for the floor, the ceiling, the sidewalls, they all go towards that single point. Then you can add simple shapes for furniture, and you do the same thing we did before. Pull their corners to the vanishing point to make them 3D. In just a couple of steps, you've got a room that feels like you could actually walk into it. Okay, so this is a really cool trick, for sure. But why does it matter so much? Let's rock up by looking at why perspective is so important. You can think of perspective as the language artists use to describe the world. It's how they show depth, distance, and create a real sense of space. It's how they make things look big or small, and how they build entire worlds that feel totally immersive and believable. And listen, this is not some dusty, old-school art technique. The people creating the video games you play, the movies you watch, the buildings you live in, game designers, architects, animators, they all use this stuff every single day. They are absolute masters of perspective.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's this. Once you really get how the horizon line, the vanishing point, and those orthogonal lines all work together, you unlock a whole new world of creative possibility. You literally get the power to pull anything out of your imagination and make it look real on paper.
So now you know the secret. You have the key. You can create entire worlds. The only question is, what world are you going to draw first?